applause for yourself. The one that is deserving of you. A round of applause, a round of applause. Help me welcome your neighbor, whoever is sitting next to you, with a broad smile on your face, and tell your neighbor you are welcome. No, that welcome is too cold. With a broad smile on your face, look at your neighbor and say, you are welcome. Yeah, so this event is particularly interesting and impressive at the same time because we're incubating African kids entrepreneurs for next generation impact. And it's very key because practically almost every young child we have out there, because of over pampering that our parents have brought up into their calendar, their vocabulary rather, where they say, my children will not go through what I went through. The children are no longer being prepared for the future. And so this is a very impressive event where we are going to be incubating the African kids entrepreneur for next generation. So at this point, I think the organizers of this particular event deserves a round of applause. A round of applause for this great initiative. Thank you for doing this, and we trust that it will bear the fruits that you have in mind. With that already, my name is Forever, and I'm going to be one of your hosts for today's event. To keep us moving, we want to take a quick opening prayer. And to help us pray, let's welcome on stage with a round of applause Pastor Julius. Will please put us hands together to welcome Pastor Julius for the opening prayer. Just a round of applause for Pastor Julius. Sustain the applause once he gets on stage.
Good morning. God bless you. Can I hear you say amen, everybody? We are talking of the African kids, an impactful cause for the next generation. And if we are talking, everybody must be involved. Let's rise up to pray. Father, we thank you in Jesus' name. Today is a great day. And you know it before the world was created. That if Nigeria will be good, our children must be good. That the future generations and that the people that will rule this country. Now that we are here for their sake, there are a lot of things we want you to do in their lives. To remove corruption, to remove every laden that is ungodly, to remove things that have brought our country down so far, impacting them godliness, impacting them truthfulness, cause them to envision the country of Nigeria and decide to take it from where it is now to a better future. To make this country a place worth inhabiting. I'm praying for everybody that is here today. Those that have dreams that they have forgotten. Before they will leave here today, that the dreams will be revived. And those that came in here without anything, not knowing anything about the future, give them revelations that the experiences will be different before they leave. I'm praying that all that have come in here, there will be no troubles. They came in good, they will go home good. No trouble on the way, no trouble while we're here. And whatever we're going to do here, let it not be a thing that one should forget. May we remember it now, and as time goes on, let it become the cornerstone, the foundation of schools in this country. In Jesus' name.
Thank you. Please a round of applause for Pastor Julius Wimbu. Thank you. All right. So we have a voiceover we want to listen to. If they're ready, let's go.
Eniemba. That's why BMI C2I is revolutionizing early childhood education in Nigeria. Our program offers a unique blend of learning experiences designed to ignite young minds and cultivate the next generation of innovators and leaders. With our comprehensive curriculum, children dive into the world of entrepreneurship through interactive textbooks, workbooks filled with hands on activities, and captivating video lessons. Our discussion book fosters meaningful conversations at home, bridging the gap between classroom learning and family life. Through practical sessions, children apply their knowledge to real world scenarios, honing their problem solving skills and unleashing their creativity. And our entertaining cartoon series brings learning to life, making entrepreneurship fun and accessible for every child. Join us on this exciting journey of discovery and empowerment. Together, we are shaping a brighter future for our children and our nation with BMI CTY.
All right, thank you. Please a round of applause. A round of applause for that. Okay, now that we have seen the main reason we're here, at this point, we'd like to request that everyone kindly stands up as we take the national anthem. Thank you. So would have preferred playing from the DJ, but because we have a lot of students here, we want to request any student volunteer to lead us as we sing the national anthem. Any student volunteer. We'll sing with you, don't worry. Any student volunteer? Okay, we have a young chap coming. Please, a round of applause for him. Thank you very much. A round of applause for him. He's a volunteer.
Arise, O compatriot, Nigeria, to serve our land with love and strength and faith. One nation bound, heroes past shall never be. To serve one nation bound, freedom, peace, and unity.
Ladies and gentlemen, please a round of applause for Mr. Perfect. That's his name. A round of applause for Perfect. A round of applause. Thank you very much. Thank you. All right. So very quickly, I would we can please have a seat. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We want to quickly run through a list of some of our dignitaries that are present. This is not all the names we have. As we continue, we'll get to call more names. And in no particular order, I would like to recognize the presence of Barrister OK Joe, the Honorable Member representing Oshodi. Isolo, please a round of applause. Thank you very much, sir, for joining us this beautiful morning. Also, we have Dr. Henrietta from Lagos Business School. Round of applause for Dr. Henrietta from Lagos Business School. Thank you very much. In our midst this beautiful morning is the Deputy Vice Chancellor of FUTA. Please put his hands together for Professor Taiwo Amos. Thank you. Round of applause for Professor Taiwo Amos. Thank you very much. And all the way, also we have this morning the Consular General of South Africa. Please put his hands together for Dr. Bobby J. Monroe. A round of applause. A round of applause. Thank you very much for joining us this morning. And with us as well is the GM Corporate Banking Keystone Bank. Please do hands together for Chief Anayo Wonsu. So we have more names that we'll be running through shortly. But for the one of time, we want to quickly get an opening speech so that we can have a full view of why we're here this morning. and to give us the opening speech. Kindly put your hands together as we welcome Engineer Nachuku. A round of applause as we welcome Engineer Nachuku for the opening speech. Please sustain the applause until he gets on stage. Keep clapping. Keep clapping. The reason we're here today is that they have a dream, and here we are celebrating that dream.
Good morning, everybody. I'm here for an opening speech on this occasion of unveiling BMI City-wide, but I must start by greeting Your Excellency, Honorable Commissioner of Education, Lagos State, Mr. Jamil Ali Balogun, Your Excellency, Honorable Okejo Nakalosi, Federal Representative representing Oshodi Solo constituency. I'm recognizing the board chairman and member of LASUBEP, member of the diplomatic corps, my good friend Bobby Monroe, Consular General South Africa, captains of industry here, my spiritual leaders, ladies and gentlemen, students and pupils, school owners, esteemed guests. It is with great excitement and humility that we invite you here today to celebrate the launch of a new initiative, an unveiling of an extraordinary tools, and launch of my first book. This moment marks the combination of hard work, dedication, passion that I've gone into it to bring this vision to life. There's something I always tell myself, and that is forming my mantra for the morning: lost but found. The good news is that we have found the missing link. This audience was carefully selected as stakeholders in the educational system of Nigeria for this public presentation. We chose to say it: we found the missing link. The missing link that will secure the future of the young Nigerians as future nation builders. This is a call to action for educational reform that will shape the future of these young minds here and in the hinterlands in Nigeria. We found the most innovative ways to reduce poverty, unemployment, fraud, and insecurity in Nigeria using entrepreneurship education. Our vision. It took years of research, consultations, and hard work to develop this initiative that will teach pupils from age 7 to 14 the requisite skills, mentality, and the mindset to become great entrepreneurs. This initiative uses an inclusive methodology for entrepreneurship education in Africa. The initiative is called BMI Citywide. It's just an acronym for Business Matters Incubators. Catch them young. How did we arrive at the problem? The growing trend of unemployment, poverty, and crime, fraud, and many short-term approaches to addressing matters of the future became worrisome to us. It was also found that different methodologies deployed to address this evil trajectory were all short-termed and fizzled away as new government came on board every 4 years. The basic school has specific characteristics and the challenges that require a well-structured methodology to harness potentials. We have been able to crack the codes. Hence, this gathering today to showcase the tools and the roadmap. Early learning, as we found, is proving to be a motivation for acquiring behaviors and habits. If the right tools are used or deployed, it will modify behavior, cognitive process, and integrating changes in value and attitude. These changes occur mostly in childhood/adolescence to foster self-esteem, self-efficacy, and self-confidence. Have you ever wondered how children learn various languages with ease or change their accent when they come into a community as against what their parents could do, even when they have lived there for long? Children are given this ability to learn any language and adopt any language or accent of their environment. So they learn faster than it can happen in an adult. This methodology is embedded in what we call Six Senses approach to entrepreneurship education for kids 7 to 14 years. This comprises textbooks, workbooks, discussion books. We call it the bridging gap here. Video recorded lessons, cartoon series, BMI fantasy game, that is gamification, the latest technology for ease of learning, practical manuals, and trendy trainer's manual. This medium for long-term plan we have, and that for children of Nigeria, so that in the next 10, 15 years, we're going to groom the next generation of great entrepreneurs. Our target this morning, to show the significance of fostering a mindset of motivation, creativity, and problem solving among the next generation. 2, to highlight the need for collaboration among educational institutions, government agencies, and private sector partners to support educational. 3, to impact of entrepreneurship education to drive economic growth, job creation, social innovation, and crime reduction in Nigeria. 4, to showcase the need to rethink the future of the next generation and arm them with the right tools to build their dream country. 5, to make stakeholders revisit Professor Babs Fafunwa's 633 system of education that has craft and thread enshrined in primary school stage, and allow entrepreneurship education to revolutionize the intentions and secure it. Our hope. We have written to various agencies, the federal and state ministries of education, Universal Basic Education Board of various states, and we hope for collaboration with them. Lagos State, being the center of excellence, is the park here. Intention is to extend these tools to the hinterlands, public schools, and IDP camps to equip the young for a secured future. The amount we have deployed to schools and the attendant transformation is already very, and we have just started. We cannot do it alone, and that's why we seek your support. The rest of the event of today, we showcase. You need to know what we have, and you ask questions. We want you to sit back, relax, and see the opportunities of the tools or in the tools that we have so far developed. We shall listen to notable scholars today who will be talking to us today. Once again, I say welcome to Incubating the African Child for Next Generation Impact. Thank you for being here and for your unwavering support. Let us make today a day to remember as we embrace the future with open hearts and mind. Thank you and welcome.
Let's put those hands together for Engineer Nachuku. Thank you. There's a round of applause. Increase the applause. All right, so it's quite obvious that a lot of us don't know who this man who just spoke to us is, and we want you to have like a view of who he is. So we have a video that we want to show you. Is the video ready? Please play that video.
Then, gentlemen, make welcome Engineer Nnamdi Felix Unachuku. Engineer Nnamdi Felix Unachuku is a seasoned entrepreneur with over 22 years of experience across multiple industries, including telecoms, agriculture, real estate, and oil and gas downstream. His extensive expertise has been honed through a strong educational background, including a bachelor's degree in electronics engineering from the University of Nigeria, Nsukka, an MBA from the University of South Wales, UK, MPhil UCAM, Spain, and a doctorate of business administration in view from Universidad Católica de Murcia University, Spain. As a business coach, public speaker, and founder of DAX Group, Engineer Unachuku has demonstrated his passion for driving business growth and development. He is a certified management consultant and also a senior fellow at the African Business School. He is a senior consultant with Avros Consults Limited. Additionally, he serves as a pastor in Lagos. With his wealth of experience and knowledge, Engineer Unachuku has established himself as a respected leader in his field, and his commitment to mentoring and coaching others has made a positive impact on numerous businesses and individuals. He is married with children and resides in Lagos, southwest Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen, Engineer Nnamdi Felix Unachuku.
Ladies and gentlemen, please a round of applause for that great man. Well, after watching this video and hearing the number of schools he attended, I just came to the conclusion that I've not gone to school. I'm just starting life. Thank you very much for doing this. And we quickly want to run through the name of some other guests we have present. We have Honorable Adedamola Abaton, the Director of Education, Ministry of Education, representing the Honorable Commissioner of Education, Honorable Jamiu Aliyu Balogun. Please a round of applause. Thank you very much for joining us this beautiful morning. And also present is the permanent board member in charge of the co-curricular activity, LASUBEB, Honorable Adewale Jimo Babatunde. Please a round of applause for them. Thank you very much. And also would like to recognize the presence of Mrs. Abimbola Vaughn, the Director of Co-Curricular Department, LASUBEB. Thank you for joining us. A round of applause. With us this morning is Mr. Felix Aino, Director of School Support Services, LASUBEB. A round of applause. A round of applause. Thank you. And also Mrs. Adebayo Moturayo, the Public Affairs Officer, LASUBEB. A round of applause for her. Thank you for joining us. And we also have with us the Principal Assistant Education Officer, LASUBEB, Mr. Popola Ayodeji. A round of applause for him this morning. And also Mr. Tony Ogumbaye. A round of applause for Mr. Tony Ogumbaye, the Executive Officer in brackets. Let me read what they wrote in brackets. All right. Thank you very much for joining us. And so we have a number of schools present. I like to recognize Glowfield International Schools. All right, Glowfield International Schools, make some noise. Yeah. And also we have Early Spring Schools. We have Early Spring Schools here. A round of applause for Early Spring Schools. All right, thank you. And we also have Impacting Life Schools. A round of applause for Impacting Life Schools. Yeah, I can see them at the back. Daphne International Schools. Okay, a round of applause to them. And then we have We have Siva. This handwriting is powerful. Siva what? No. Okay, Siva Sam's Hall School. A round of applause for them. A round of applause. Thank you. And then we have Tamaeta Islamia School. A round of applause. A round of applause to them. And also we have the president of Tehila Music with us this morning. Please put those hands together for Dr. Timothy Ogboruchi. If you remember, when I started, I said I'm one of your hosts. And we have present the co-host. She's a strong voice in the Nigerian media sector. You wake up every morning, you turn on your TVs, you see her, she's there, she's talking about issues that concerns every one of us. All the way from Arise Television. Please put those hands together as we welcome Ayo Myro Ese. Please put those hands together for her as she joins me on stage this morning to pilot the affairs of this amazing event. Is that the best you can do? Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right. Thank you. All right. Thank you so much, Forever. Good morning, everybody. Good morning to our distinguished guests, our speakers, of course, our convener, the host, our chief host for today, and all our wonderful students from across Lagos. Can you give yourselves a round of applause? It's so exciting to hear from Engineer Unachuku the vision behind his great idea, which we're all going to be finding out very shortly. But very importantly, to see the future of Nigeria represented here so well. And so can I hear the future of Nigeria shout, I am the future of Nigeria? I see some adults saying I am the future of Nigeria.
Yeah, because when you said it, I heard that voice from this side. So allow the future. You are in your future, so allow those whose future are in the future say
And so, Forever today is all about the next, or all about next generation impact.
Yeah.
And we want you to go away with that resounding in your mind. So when you think about today's event, you just understand the possibilities that exist for you as children. We have one of the best assets in Nigeria. And whenever the president goes out to market Nigeria, guess who he keeps referring to? The people.
Yeah.
You and me, the young population. Nigeria is made up of over 60% of under 25-year-olds. And so you are the majority in terms of our numbers in this nation. And that's why it's so important for us to invest in you. So whenever we say BMI, I'd like you to say next generation impact. Can we try that? Can we try that?
Yeah, let's go.
BMI. Next generation impact.
BMI.
Give yourselves a round of applause. Our future is bright. Our future is beautiful.
Yeah. There's a song we used to sing like that in school. The future, I've forgotten it. I'm in my future now, so it's your turn to learn the song. So no need. I sang it. Remind me, what's the song again? I will get there. The future is bright. I will get there. My future. Oh God Almighty. There's a round of applause for me. Did I not try?
Yes,
all right. So
we're going to be moving on very quickly. But before then, just to mention that part of what we're going to be listening to, and for me, it's one of the big parts of the agenda. Beyond our fantastic speakers, we're also going to be having panel sessions. But one thing that caught my eye in the program is that at some point in the course of today's program, we're going to listen to how the speaker made his first $1 million. Who is interested in that? Don't be forming like you don't like money. Because you're like, as if, okay, I don't mind hearing that. Then I saw that.
Ask the question again.
How many of you are interested in listening to? Look at that young man there. I love it.
Okay, the way your hand is up, don't drop it. I like the way you're stretching your hand. That's how you will quickly get that $1 million.
Amen.
So people are forming pride. You know what is $1 million? The people on this side, in their mind, they finished.
And we're going to hear practical, real life story. This is not aspire to perspire to Maguire. It is not a motivational speech. It is real life.
I don't like what you did. I don't like what you did. Why did you end it with a Man United player? I don't like that. We are going through pain. So and you are putting Maguire in this statement. It's not nice.
We want them to hear stories and see possibilities. That if this man, this woman can do it, then there's nothing stopping me from doing it. Yes. Some people made their first $1 million at 21. In fact, the way the world is going, we have more young tech entrepreneurs in different fields. And so there's nothing stopping you right now from making your first $1 million at 16 years old. Is that possible? Well, so I want you to sit tight, listen very carefully, pay attention, because everyone who's going to come on stage this morning, this afternoon, is going to impact your life and give you something that you will hopefully never forget for the rest of your life as you listen attentively.
Yeah, and before we go on, we once again want to welcome on stage Engineer Nnamdi Nnachukwu. Please a round of applause to welcome him back on stage. No. We're just getting started, so the applause should be louder. Thank you.
Okay, I'm back on stage here to recognize a man so important in my life, someone that taught me everything and groomed me, someone that paid all my school fees and nurtured me, married my mother. And my mother couldn't be here because of some health challenges, but I know she's here with us in spirit. But I have my father, Pastor Felix Onachukwu. Please, can you join me? Stand up and welcome my father as he comes on board. Thank you, Father. Thank you, Dad. You're welcome, sir. You're welcome, sir.
Amazing. Thank you so much, sir.
Wow.
Can we celebrate Engineer Nnachukwu as he also celebrates his father?
Yeah.
The Bible talks about honoring your father and your mother so that your days may be long in the land the Lord has given you. So that's one thing we really truly see and respect. By the way, I hope you are learning from everything that's happening on stage today. So even the actions of people. And so I hope you never forget that honor is very important. Yeah. Please, one more time, can we celebrate the older and the younger Nnachukwu? Thank you.
And I like the way he's sitting. He's sitting behind the son. Daddy is sitting behind his son, saying, "I've sent you forward. I'm watching you. I love what you're doing. Let me see how you're going to take." Please, a round of applause for the Nnachukwu dynasty. Yeah.
Absolutely. So we're going to go very quickly, but before then, we would like to recognize a few more people. Like we mentioned, honor is very important to us here at today's event. And so we'd like to honor the CEO of Punch, Mr. Ike Nnadike. A round of applause, please.
Thank you very much.
Also, we have from Patel, Mr. Tony Amenechukwu.
Welcome, sir.
Oh, it's Anene Chukwu. Oh, all right. So also the director of schools at Glowfield School, and for all students of Glowfield School who are here, you have to make this really loud. Mrs. Blessing Anene Chukwu. All right. And then from Slot System, we'd like to recognize Mr. Nnamdi Ezigbo.
Thank you very much for joining us. And so very quickly, we have a spoken words presentation that we want you to watch. So please fix your eyes on the screen as we enjoy that. Thank you.
Wow, I have the expertise, but they won't choose me. I'm an African. Born in Africa, the path is not always clear. Fewer opportunities, our complexion instills fear. Yet talents abound in our children's dreams, longing to express, to reach new extremes. Catch them young, nurture their gifts with care. Unlock the doors to a world beyond compare. Young with an imagination running wild. I have the expertise, but they won't choose me. I'm an African child. Listen closely, young African mind. Your potential shines if you choose to be blind. To the doubts and naysayers who bar your way, rise up, take charge, make the world your own play. The journey may be harder, the tests more severe, but believe in yourself, your triumph is near. Yes, we have to go through more to impress, but if you work hard, be sure you end in success. So rise, young African, and heed the call to carve your own path and to stand tall. Believe in yourself, you have what it takes. But the journey may be hard and you make mistakes. The road to success is filled with tests, but if you work hard, be sure you rise above the rest.
That was fantastic. Did you enjoy that? So can we celebrate Amanda one more time? Many people here have many skills. How many people have skills in spoken word? All right, so we have another spoken word piece. Please turn your attention to the screen.
I am an African child, an offshoot of rich soil, blessed with layers of potential, and budding roots of raw material, seeking watering of light and exposure, and a land of opportunities without measure, to build a world of beautiful realities beyond this shore. I am an African child, one like many children out of school, for school is too expensive. A bridge between where cribs are the lessons and vices are the blessings become tormentors. An evil invention of society, and the young are in the hands of apathy. These matters of gravity handle humanity. But I'm an African child. It isn't a crime to be born in Africa, a great river flowing across continents of the world. It isn't a crime to let the children swim with the right patterns of education and craft. I am an African child. They say I'm the leader of tomorrow, and my future is bright. But what is bright about a future where I'll have to grow? Instrument to burrow into my God and transform them into skills to drill and make ends meet, so that when I meet my future, we'll shake hands and capture and take a picture to tell the story. I am an African child. Teach me to sow. Teach these little hands of mine to sew, to weave into beauty a future in which I can feature without fear, shame, lack, or prejudice that puncture me in a society where I should function. This story of an African child with a dream too expensive to live, but not afraid to dream, not afraid to dare, to let the bare hands fashion creatively. I am an African child and I dare to say, welcome to a new Africa where children can be leaders of tomorrow from today. Because the gap between tomorrow and today is the expression of the gifts in their hands today. A new Africa where children can be custodians of wealth, where their hands work the wonders of craft, creativity mixed with functionality. This Africa begins with you and me.
Wow, wow. Please, I think they deserve a round of applause. A better round of applause for that. You know, growing up, we call that poem. As time changes, not spoken word. And if you when you listen to them, you know that yes, it's serious. It's spoken words. Our own there was Twinkle Twinkle. You know that was really a poem. But anyways, if you're the owner of this Toyota Camry, we need to kindly repark registration number JJJ370GT. We need to kindly repark Toyota Camry JJJ370GT. The challenge is most people don't know their plate number. That's the challenge. So if you have Toyota Camry, just go and check if it's your own. I was at a wedding recently and they were like, forever, please help us announce that Toyota Camry JJJ370GT is obstructing somebody. They want to move. I announced. Nobody went out. After like 10 minutes, they came back, say forever, make that announcement again. The person has not come out. I made the announcement again. Nobody came out. The next time they came to tell me about the car, they said the person is actually blocking a corner that has fought war for Nigeria in Liberia, Sierra Leone, Gambia. So I changed the announcement. The owner of Toyota Corolla JJJ370GT, please, for the sake of your life, go and repark. You are blocking a war general. Nobody came out. It was like 1 hour. The man was angry. He just requested for new recruits, like 20 new recruit soldiers that were looking for people to beat to prove themselves worthy of Nigerian cause. Ladies and gentlemen, after the wedding, I realized I've been announcing my own car. When I came out, I saw like 40 soldiers surrounding my car. I took Keke home. I got home. My wife said, "Where's your car?" I said, "Just thank God for my life. And you can see me complete. It's to the glory of God." He said, "Where's your car?" I said, "Leave it. I've given it for charity." So please, you are not blocking a corner. But if you are the owner of this car, Toyota Camry JJJ370 GT, please kindly go and repark. So we'll have a presentation that will be coming up shortly, and we just want to be sure that that presentation is ready. But since we're in an education event, I want to just run through quickly. A person from Nigeria is called what? No, answer me now. A person from Nigeria is what? Very good. So a person from Ghana is called what? Very good. A person from Cameroon is what? So a person from Jericho is what? Who said Jerichonian? Somebody who said Jericho. Okay, let's try this. A citizen of England is called what? English. Very good. So a citizen of Iceland is called what? Who said ice block? Somebody from Finland is what? You are the one that was finished. Telling me I'm finished. So somebody from Poland is what? Polish. So a black man from Poland is what? Black Polish. It's obvious. So a person from Holland is what? Who said Hollandia? I'm here. All right. So I want to believe that the owner of that car has gone out to repark. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're ready for the next presentation. Please put your hands together as we welcome COSOM School for that presentation. Thank you. Let's make the applause louder. Let's make it louder. Thank you.
We are the nation. We are part of this. Yes, we are so amazing. That's the least we'll be. At the heart of the nation, changing history. How can they say that we are finished? We have just begun. When we have
Good day, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed teachers and my fellow students. My name is Perfect Adenewu, and I attend COSOM schools. I feel privileged to stand before you as a young voice advocating the future of our nation. The theme of this presentation is Today's Education, Tomorrow's Nation Builders. It is focusing on the critical role of education in shaping the minds of our youth for a secure and prosperous future. To start off with, please permit me to begin with two quotes made by Peter Drucker, respectively. The first says, "Entrepreneurship is not an art, nor a science, it is a practice." The next says, "The best way to predict the future is to create it." First, let us address the current position of our Nigerian youth. In recent times, we have witnessed a rise in fraudulent activities, the Japa syndrome, crimes, and cultism among our Nigerian youth. These challenges stem from the lack of opportunities, guidance, and positive role models. Many young people have been disillusioned and trapped in the cycle of poverty and hopelessness, leading them to make detrimental choices. It is vital to acknowledge these struggles faced by our Nigerian youth and address the root causes of these issues for a brighter future of our nation. Next, there is a need for updated educational delivery. To empower an African child and foster an independent mindset for a secure future, our educational system must evolve to meet the demands of the 21st century. We need a curriculum that not only impacts in academic knowledge, but also emphasizes in critical thinking, problem solving, creativity, and entrepreneurship skills. By equipping students with these entrepreneurship skills, we enable them to adapt to a rapidly changing world, seize opportunity, and contribute meaningfully to the society. Furthermore, parental involvement is important. One of the significant issues faced by present-day children is inability to succeed in their parents' businesses due to lack of mentorship and involvement from the older generation. Unlike in the past, when parents engage their children in family businesses. Today, some parents overlook the importance of passing down valuable skills, experiences, and knowledge to their offspring. This disconnects and hinders the transfer of generational wisdom and hampers the potential for intergenerational success. In conclusion, the future of our nation lies in the hands of our youth. We can invest in quality education and not just creativity, resilience, and innovation, and empower an African child to become independent thinkers, problem solvers, and leaders of tomorrow. But we can only achieve this by introducing entrepreneurship skills to our children in their early stages. With this entrepreneurship training powered by BMI, I believe that any child who starts will attain financial security, inspire positive changes, and build a brighter future for our beloved country. Thank you.
I think that deserves another round of applause. Engineer Unachuku, I think this is one of our keynote speakers for today, because I don't know what else a keynote speaker wants to say. I just wanted to bring him on stage and really just get to know him a bit more, because he came from custom school and he just went firing. He came on a mission. What's your name?
Perfect.
Pardon?
Perfect.
Perfect. And was that presentation perfect or not? It was perfect. So tell me, how long did you practice to speak this way?
I think like a week.
A week. So tell me, you spoke about entrepreneurship so brilliantly. What part of entrepreneurship would you like to explore, go into?
Creativity.
Wow. Do you agree with me that he'll do excellently well? He'll smash it. Please give it up for the creative entrepreneur, Perfect, from Custom Schools. Amazing. I was mesmerized by that presentation. It held me from beginning to end. And I literally took notes. I wasn't joking when I said he was one of our keynote speakers. He gave a quote by Peter Drucker. Did you hear it? Did you hear the quote by Peter Drucker? And I was thinking, I've never heard that quote before. And let me borrow his quotes to shine this morning. So I went to look for the quote, and I think that just sets a great foundation for the conversation this morning. And the quote simply says, Peter Drucker, in his book, Innovation and Entrepreneurship is neither a science nor an art. It is a practice. It is a knowledge base. But as in all practices, medicine, for instance, or engineering, or knowledge in entrepreneurship is a means to an end. So it's good news for everyone, right? It's not something that you're born with. You can actually learn it. And that's what we're going to be speaking about throughout today. And I just really, perfect. I may just sneak you away in my band bag. So if the custom school is looking for perfect at the end of the event, he's at home with me, has gone home. Just gone to train him in the skill of public speaking, and just, really brilliant. Thank you so very much. Talent on display. We're going to move on very quickly this afternoon, and very quickly we're going to be seeing another school on display. Like we mentioned, we forever acknowledge some amazing schools already present here, and we're really grateful for that. By the way, again, a big welcome to Mr. Ezigbo. I'm not sure some people heard that he's from Slot System. Please, let's celebrate him one more time. I'd acknowledged him earlier. Thank you so much. At least all of us, so at least 80% of us have a product from Slot in this room. I'm sure you'd agree with me. All right, let's move on very quickly this afternoon. We have another video to show you. We mentioned this school earlier. In fact, we'd acknowledged their director earlier on. So we have a presentation actually recorded by Glowfield School. They are based in Chevron. And so please turn your attention to the screen as we show you some of the future of Nigeria. And so when you see some of these people, you know that our future is truly bright. Glowfield School.
And I'm a 10 years old girl. I'm the first child of the family. My school name is Glowfield International School. I'm in year 5 noble. My business name is Cakes and Pastries by Mandy. My business is about cakes and pastries from the African region to the European region. I was motivated by the new subject in school called entrepreneurship. The director of our school brought a new set of people called the BMIs. They told us about the entrepreneurship plans they came to enforce in our school. So then I went home and told my parents. My parents seemed hesitant at first, but as I kept telling them all I had learned that day, they were a little motivated and helped me start my own business. I have made savings. I have 10,000 as this week's budget. I also have the remaining money as going to my savings. When the BMIs came, they enforced this new setting as having a piggy bank. So I was interested and begged my mom to get me a piggy bank. So then when I got my piggy bank, the first pocket money I received was 2,000 and I put it straight into my piggy bank. When I'm done doing my homework and finishing my chores, I and my mom go to our warehouse kitchen. We're building a warehouse to start packaging and selling off my products. So we go to the kitchen and we start baking. When we're done baking, we package and we send off to our customers. When I grow up, I want to be a neurologist, helping people with brain cancer. I hope I can even find a cure for it. That's why I'm saving up for the future.
Hello, my name is Chimon Maduke, and I am 9 years old. I'm the firstborn of my family and I attend Glowfield International School. I am in Year 5 Courage. My business name is A Beauty. It started from when my class teacher, Mr. Davis, encouraged us to start our own business and get a piggy bank to save money. Then, the Glowfield International School went further to bring a company called BMI to train us about how to start and manage a business. I have made savings from my business, over 500 naira from my business, then over 6,000 naira from my own saving. It started when I wanted to start saving money because I saw how my parents were buying things they wanted, and I wanted to start saving my own money so that in the future I could also start buying whatever I needed, maybe for school or college or future uses like that. So my mom now bought a big box that I could use to store my money in, and she started me with at about 200 naira to start saving money, and then I did things for her, then she gave me more money to start with for my piggy bank. Well, it's pretty easy to manage my time. During the day, I get orders from people. Then, after I get home, I eat my food, I do my homework, and the next day, I go to school and deliver it to them. Having a business does not mean that you can't pursue dreams. When I grow up, I want to become a doctor and help people to save lives because when people die, the population of humans on earth reduce and it will not be good. My customers started with my family members. Then when I headed to school after the weekend, I told people about my business and I have orders from people in school now. The advice I have for young people my age who want to start a business is to pursue your dreams and never let difficulties get in the way of your dreams because dreams can become reality. And to remember that even though you're a kid and you're handling businesses and having money, you should always keep time to spend with your family and studies. Thank you.
And the truth is, since we incorporated the curriculum incorporated BMI and the program into our school, it's been tremendous progress. It's been like a dream come true for us. And so far, we started with the upper primary students, and the testimonies have been wonderful. We've had several students start up their own businesses. They're making money, and they are so happy. You could see the fulfillment in them. And they're not just making money to spend the money. They are making money. They are beginning to think of savings. They're beginning to understand budgeting. They are beginning to understand the place of delayed gratification. They are beginning to understand several investment opportunities that exist that children can actually be engaged with. And so for us starting out, it was compulsory for all of our students to have piggy banks to start saving. And they are so happy. Sometimes they go to check on what it is they've made, and then they are so happy at what they've made. Children have started up businesses, and for us, it's been a great journey of success and progress, getting to see how we're able to move these children from point A to point B and their entrepreneurial journey. So you get to imagine that a child in primary school being this entrepreneurial, how the child or where the child is going to be tomorrow if the child continues on this journey. Definitely, before age 15, watch out for that child and see not just how much the child would have made, but how much value the child would have added to the environment and space he or she finds him or herself. So BMI is a dream come true for us, and it's a program that will continue to run for us as a school. We've seen not just the benefits, but we've seen the exponential transformation in the lives of our children.
Wow. Amazing, amazing. Thank you so much, Glowfield School. You know, the importance of the tool we're going to be learning a bit more about this afternoon is seen played out. And just to talk about the importance of catching them young. Weren't you amazed at the, I don't know, maybe 10-year-olds who could give a masterclass in Harvard Business School, telling you about how they wake up in the morning, get ready, their first customer is their family. I mean, amazing testimonials from those children, and just to hear how the BMI tool has helped in this transformation, particularly in embracing it as part of the school curriculum and just allowing the children to imbibe that. I think it was when Perfect was speaking, he spoke about something really critical. He said in the past, our parents taught us the art of business even from school, even from home. And I remember the movie that's making waves at the moment. How many of us have seen Afamefuna? Apprenticeship, going to learn, just the art of buying and selling. But beyond going out to do so, it's even learning right from the homestead. And I love that that's what BMI is doing right now, catching them young. One more time, please, can we celebrate Glowfield School? I believe they're here and they have a presentation for us. Can we have representatives from Glowfield School? A round of applause, please, as they come forward. Let's encourage them. Let's celebrate them. Let's honor them. Another young genius coming on stage. Brilliant.
Good day, everyone. My fellow teachers, the director, and all the guests that have come for this presentation. My name is Osemegbe Joshua Oje Oziegbe. I am from Glowfield International School, and I am here to speak on the topic, the impact of entrepreneurship education on an African child. I hereby stand on all existing protocols. As an international school with the vision to discover and activate the star in every child, we tend to deviate from the norm in achieving this. One of the ways our school has done this is by adopting the entrepreneurship program powered by BMI CTY, because whether we like it or not, money powers dreams. As a result of this program, we are free to dream, knowing that even as children, we are on the path to financial freedom. The benefits of this program are already evident. Stephanie, a year 5 student of Glowfield International School, already has a channel through which she shares various cooking recipes and makes money. Ambrose Ibojimemen, in year 6, creates websites for clients and gets paid. Chimamanda Madweke, who is present here today, also makes beads and sells them for good money. The list goes on. All these would have not been possible if our school had not taken the initiative to embrace this most empowering program. The fact that we are mandated to our own piggy banks also helps save our saving culture. It also helps develop our saving culture. The best part of all this is that we get to learn entrepreneurship school skills through the well thought out lessons that captivate our 6 senses. We get to see animated illustrations of the lessons. We get to discuss them. We see videos, recordings, and so on. All of these make a lasting impact on our minds, and we are grateful for them. BMI CTY's entrepreneurship training has transformed my understanding of business and innovation.
I am proud to be part of a school that prioritizes entrepreneurship education. And I'm excited to see how my fellow students and I would shape the future of business and beyond. Thank you, Glowfield International School, and thank you, BMICTY. Thank you.
Please, a round of applause for that young man. He used one word, adopting. The first time I heard that word, I was almost writing. It was not a my final year project, actually. These children are smart. So please, a round of applause to them celebrating amazing, amazing stuff. You know, my God. I just feel bad, like it's like my teachers did not really work. Because the things they taught me, yes, for Apple, that's all. See children strong at this. My brother, how old are you? You see, I'm even calling him my brother because we're age mates with the way it sounded. That's one. So please, once again, a round of applause for Glowfield Skills. Okay, so we have a video that we want you to see. Is it ready? We have a video that will come up very shortly. The BMI Six Senses approach to
Ladies and
entrepreneurship.
gentlemen, make welcome Dr. Henrietta Onwuebuzie. Dr. Henrietta Onwuebuzie is an associate professor of entrepreneurship at Lagos Business School and a certified management consultant. She is passionate about economic development and socio-economic transformation in Nigeria and Africa, and has initiated the creation of over 100 profitable, impact-driven businesses through her work at the Lagos Business School. She currently directs the Business Innovation Accelerator and leads the Impact Investing Initiative at the Lagos Business School. Dr. Onwuebuzie is a renowned expert in her field with a strong academic background and an extensive consulting experience. She has presented award-winning papers at international conferences and has been recognized with several awards for her work in entrepreneurship and sustainable development. She is a sought-after speaker and has been invited to speak at top business schools like Yale, Oxford, and IESE. Dr. Onwuebuzie is also a dedicated mentor and is committed to developing impact-driven entrepreneurs and preparing women for leadership roles. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Henrietta Onwuebuzie.
Stand in the rain as the clouds go gray. On the roars and the earth sings.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'd like to start by first congratulating Mr. Namdi for this amazing initiative. Just like our young keynote speaker said, today we have a lot of unemployment leading to all kinds of vices. And the surprising thing is that year on year, we see a lot of students being churned out of school into unemployment and into crime. And we keep repeating the same thing without thinking that we need to prepare them better for life. And so I think that this initiative, which was born out of passion and concern, is another evidence that besides complaining about what Nigeria is today, we can each make a big difference. The power of one. Many times we think it's just us. What can we do? We don't have the power. We're not in government. But there's a lot that we can do. And we can see that one person has made a lot of impact, a huge impact on the lives of many children. And this impact is something that will transcend generations. Like the MC said, they are the future. And a very, very important seed has been sown in their minds such that they will do a lot as they get older. It reminds me of what happened when I was on the MBA program at Lagos Business School several decades ago. Mitchell Elegbe was seated right beside me, and with every class, he was planning InterSwitch, which we are all using today. InterSwitch brought ATMs to Nigeria. Before then, every Friday, people wouldn't concentrate at work because everybody was rushing to the bank to get money because they needed money for the weekend. Today, it's a thing of the past. Most people don't even know that ever happened because somebody thought about improving payment systems in the country and they've gone on to keep innovating and doing much more. So, yes, we can all do something. And I honestly want to sincerely thank Mr. Namdi Unachuku and Mr. Unachuku Sr. for what is happening today, which is really, really worthy of note. I hope that the television houses are going to put this on air so that other people are encouraged to do something about our current situation. So I'm going to be talking about the same. I'm just going to shine more light on the importance of what he has done so far by talking about how we can incubate kid entrepreneurs for the next generation. Next slide, please. So the first thing to keep in mind is what exactly is entrepreneurship. Okay, our young keynote speaker already told us that it's a practice, and he said the best way to create the future is to the best way to predict the future is to create it, and he's very right. So entrepreneurs are people who identify problems, just like Mr. Namdi did, and create solutions. They also commercialize, which means that they sell these solutions, okay, and they continuously improve on the solutions that they have created. So they don't just say, we've done something, therefore we're using it. So a good example would be Nokia 3310. I'm sure when mobile telephones came out, we all had one Nokia 3310, the blue phones with the white strips. Remember? Yes? Do you remember? Oh, good. Who has them today? Nobody. And then when the BlackBerry came out, we almost died. Woo wee! If you didn't have a BlackBerry, you were not somebody. Okay? But today, who is holding BlackBerries? And in fact, the company almost died. I think they've now morphed into Android phones. Namdi, you will tell us better because it's your area. Okay? Because they actually went out of business, and other phones like the Apple phone and Samsung have emerged, okay, to take over from the BlackBerry. So continuous improvement is another way to understand entrepreneurship. Okay, identify problems, create solutions which you commercialize and continuously improve. So it's a mindset of problem solving, which means you can be entrepreneurially minded even in paid employment. The fact that you're working for somebody doesn't mean you can't have an entrepreneurial mindset. Indeed, that's the only way to keep your business going. Okay, you have to continuously see how you can do better for your customers. And it's because entrepreneurs are constantly bringing out solutions, we call them the engines of economic growth. In fact, we're ahead of America. Today, you and I can sit here and make payments. The last time my aunt had to go to the bank, she took a picture and said, "I'm on the queue." She was going to make a payment to my account in the US, and I was saying to her, "What a pity that in the US you can't just transfer money from the convenience of your homes as we do in Nigeria." So Nigeria is light years ahead of the US when it comes to payment solutions because of our entrepreneurs. So that's why they're the engines of economic growth. Next slide, please. So, next slide, please. Can we? Okay. Right. So, a key difference, because sometimes you think that everybody who has a business is an entrepreneur. No, they're two different things. Being a business owner simply means you own and run a business similar to others. You are looking for where things are happening, where you can make money, and so you do something similar. You don't care about creating value, you don't care about solving problems. But it's the entrepreneur who makes money from making a difference because they create solutions of people and they commercialize them. So, for example, some years back, we used to have what we call kwekere, plantain chips in what? Manually tied polythene bags. Today, if you sell that in Lagos, it won't sell. Why? Because we're used to properly sealed bags, right? Okay. So, and then people used to sell water from what? Buckets. It used to be somebody carrying a bucket of water with one cup on top, and people will buy from buses, right? Who does that today? Nobody. Okay. We now have sachet water we call pure water. What I keep wondering is why people think that they can only package water in those containers. They can package zobo juice, they can package mango juice. It's the mango season, and I'm sure mangoes are spoiling all over the place. Okay. So why can't they package mango juice? I hear that it's 500 naira for two sachets of pure water. Now, if you package mango juice, you can sell one for 500 or even one for 400. I don't know. People will buy it because it's juice, it's tasty. So let's keep thinking about things that we can do. So it's the entrepreneur who sees opportunities like this to give people what is more nourishing or of better value, and they make more money as a result of that way of thinking. Next slide, please. I want to make this fast so that we can have other young keynote speakers come on stage. Okay, you can hear me? Okay, thank you. Next slide, please. Next slide. Okay, is it okay? Right. So just for us to see what other billionaires around the world understand to be entrepreneurship, so we don't think it's just hustling and making money. It's really about creating value and making money as a result. Okay, value is a money magnet. So what value are you creating? So Richard Branson, who is the entrepreneur, founder of the Virgin Group, says the core of entrepreneurship is value creation by providing solutions to the problems and needs of humanity. Let's keep that in mind because this is how the best ideas are born. The richest people in the world have created solutions that have changed the way it operates. So before Bill Gates came up with the personal computer, what were we using? Typewriters. Everybody was using typewriters. Until he made the computer small enough to be on everybody's desk. And today we're looking at not just desktops, but laptops. So that's the way it all changes because of the actions of entrepreneurs. And why is he rich? Because everybody wanted a computer, everybody was buying, so he made money. Okay? Next slide, please. We'll look at Ma, another billionaire from China. And he says, entrepreneurs make money by solving the problems of others. So what does this mean for us? If we want to make money, let's try to solve a problem. And if all of us are trying to solve problems, it means that very soon Nigeria will transform while we're making money. So it's not rocket science. This is really the core of entrepreneurship. Ask yourself, which problem can I solve? Okay? Next slide, please. So, as we said before, also, it's a mindset of continuous improvement. Somebody may have solved a problem, but you may think of a better way of doing it. Okay? So, for example, at a point, we used to carry a lot of phones. And I think Namdi and other people came up with a phone that has 2 SIM cards. So you can carry one phone but have 2 lines. Okay? That's an innovation that is for convenience. Before is now a common reality for us today. So keep asking ourselves, how do we continuously improve the things that we have on hand? Okay, how can we improve? So, for example, I'm holding this microphone. Maybe it would have been more convenient to have the lapel microphone. Okay, so that's where you can hear me continuously instead of me taking it back and forth from my hands. Maybe you can't hear me properly. Next slide, please. Right. So just to give you, oh wow, the animations have gone. But just to give you an idea of the difference between a business owner and an entrepreneur, imagine 2 people selling paint and competing just on price. So one sells a bucket for maybe 1,000, another one says 1,100. And the other one says, okay, I'm going to steal your customer. I'll take my price down to 900. And then the other one takes his price down to 800. As they compete on price, they're behaving like business owners. But the one who said, you know what, I'm going to sell paint that has anti-inflammatory properties, which means if you use my paint, fire can never burn your house. And says, I'm selling my paint for 1,500 or 2,000 naira. If you are building, let me ask the children, okay? So who are the children? Okay, behind there. So imagine you wanted to buy paint and you had some money in your hand, okay? One bucket of paint is 800 and the other one is 2,000. But if you use the one of 2,000, when there's a fire, nothing happens to your house because the paint has fire protection, okay? It's fire resistant. Which one would you encourage your parents to buy? Sorry? Yeah, but it's more expensive. Why do you want to buy the more expensive one? Yes. Aha. Okay. So it has more value. So you want to buy the more expensive one. Can you see how value is a money magnet? So you don't mind the fact that it's more expensive, it has more value, and you're willing to pay for it. So that's the way it works. So this Mr. C, who has come up with paint that has more value, has the entrepreneurial mindset. Rather than compete on price, he has added more value. So Mr. D says, oh, you know what? I can make my paints have both fire protection as well as insect repellent, which means I will never have mosquitoes in my house. And if you use my paint, your house can never burn down. Paint is going to be 2,500. So again, which one will you buy? The one of 2,500 that will make sure you don't have mosquitoes in your house and your house doesn't burn down, or the one that only makes sure your house will not burn down, or the one that is just ordinary paint. Your house can still burn down and you have all the mosquitoes in this world. Yes. The girl this time. Yes. The lady, the girl. Yes. 2,500. Is that not too expensive? Oh, wow. These kids are really sharp. Said it has better value. Do you agree with her, adults? Yes? So she will buy the paint of 2,500 as opposed to the one of 800 because it has better value. So now you understand what an entrepreneurial mindset is. The entrepreneur is the person who is continuously adding value in one way or the other to their products. Okay? While the business owner is the one who is looking to hammer, okay, anything to win that customer. At 500 because I'm trying to win Mr. B, okay, but not adding any value. They don't think in terms of value addition. Great. Right, next slide, please. Now, I hope we've understood the difference between being a business owner and an entrepreneur. Okay, now, so children, watch this video closely and tell me if Benny is a business owner or an entrepreneur, okay? Right, so play.
I'm Jerry Isaac Malo. I was born in Plateau State, Nigeria. I attended Boys Secondary School, Gindri, and from there I furthered to University of Hertfordshire, London. After my studies in the UK, I had offers to work in the UK automobile industry, but I chose something different. I was born in a family where my both parents were farmers. It pained me when I saw them farm manually. I came up with the idea of making agro machineries. Benny Agro is into design and fabrication of machineries. We have mini tractors that cultivate 2 ridges at a time and hand tillers that do 1 ridge at a time. We have planters such as maize planters, soybeans planters, Irish potato planters, and more. We have harvesting machines such as rice harvesters, rice threshers, maize threshers. We have machines that aid in the processing, that's adding value to the farm produce, such as rice processing machines, maize processing machines, yam processing machine. At Benny Agro, we create platforms where we meet farmers and discuss with them. They tell us the problems, their challenges on the farm, and we design machines that suit those problems they have on the farm. We don't just innovate, we create solutions to problems. With the proper support, we'll be able to create more job opportunities. At the moment, we've created job for 26 employees. We have produced machines that have increased productivity in Plateau and beyond. As a way of social responsibility, Benny Agro have trained kids in practical technology, especially in the rural areas. We are looking at a bigger picture where Benny Agro will manufacture tractors in large quantities here in Nigeria. Benny Agro is for the farmer who wants to spend less time on the farm and more time with his family. Benny Agro is for the farmer who wants to convert his farm produce to processed food. Benny Agro is for everyone.
Okay. So is Benny Agro creating value? Is he creating value? Yes? Okay. So the little one with his hand or her, I don't know if he's a guy, a boy, a girl. Yes. So is Benny Agro an entrepreneur or a business owner? Why? Oh my goodness. Let's clap for this Swiss kid.
His parents were having a problem with farming, that it was very hard to cultivate and be able to make the necessary needs. So he came up with the idea to make inventions to be able to make the job a little easier, thus solving the problem of their cultivating and thus its entrepreneurship.
Wow. Thank you so much. That is such a complete answer. In fact, If you were on the MBA program, you would have scored an A for class participation. Okay, you're very correct. I don't know if we have time, but maybe I should skip the next video so I can finish on time. But I had another video to show you so that you can tell me whether the guy is an entrepreneur or a business owner. But you are absolutely right. And what makes it more edifying is that he had a chance to stay back in the UK and work, but he chose to come back. Again, the power of one. Benny Agro is a young man who doesn't have money, but somehow he's managed to make a difference through the solutions he's producing. He's created jobs for people, he's training young people, and it's just amazing what he's doing. Would you like to be like Benny Agro when you grow up? Yes? Yes? Awesome. Okay, so entrepreneurs see problems as an opportunity to create solutions and make money. Okay, so every problem is a potentially profitable business opportunity. So when we say we have many problems in Africa, it means Africa has many profitable business opportunities, whether it's in terms of improving transportation. You can see what Uber is doing. Before Uber, we used to stand by the roadside under the hot sun, waiting for taxis, you flag them down. Today, you simply go on your phone, go to the app, call the taxi, it tells you when they're, in fact, you even know when it's going to come, you know how long it will take them to come. So again, it's somebody thinking of creating better solutions. And on top of that, it's even more affordable than the previously inconvenient style. Yes, next slide, please. Next slide, please. Right. So what do you see here? Is this a good site? Okay. Who can tell me, can you think of a solution to this problem? That can be a business opportunity. My whiskey's hand is up again. Let me see. Anybody else? Okay, let me take a new hand.
I think you can solve this problem by getting a way to fix you can clean the water because the water is very dirty. Then you can get a better way to hold all of the fruits that are inside the bags.
Oh, thank you. So the first thing we're seeing here is people are washing vegetables, okay, in dirty, very dirty water. It's a slum, okay. And he's saying there are two solutions here. One is to help them get clean water. Another is to find a way for them to convey these fruits conveniently to clean water. Okay. Anybody else sees another solution? Yes.
Thank you for this wonderful opportunity. What I think we should do is first remove the fruits and vegetables, then clean up the water and make it clean, then provide a place like a sink where people will come and wash their vegetables, and it should be in other areas so you can be able to locate it easily without going to a far location. Then we should also provide shops for people to stay in, and the water drain system will be there for them to wash it.
I think I need to go to school again. What's the name of your school again?
Silver Sands Hall School.
Silver Sands Hall School. Very smart kids. Honorable, if I came to your locality and I offered to solve this problem by putting sinks and taps and maybe building some shops for them to sell the vegetables afterwards, will you give me this land for free? It's owned by the state government, but can you put in a word for them to give? But sometimes they give land free of charge to people. So can you recommend me to get, if I want to solve this problem here, would you recommend for me to get it at a low price? No, I'm not. Honorable, let's assume it's your constituency. Would you give me the land for me to be able to, solve this problem for your people? See what they're doing. They're washing vegetables and fruits
First
in
of all,
dirty water.
yes, I think our kids have answered this. And secondly, in an environment like this, all the government need to do is to, first of all, distill the place so that we have a clean water.
But government hasn't done it. So
No.
as an entrepreneur, I want to come and I'm telling you I can help you solve this problem. You want to wait for government or you want to take my offer?
No, you can solve it. You can apply for it, then it will process.
But because I'm going to solve the problem for your people, would you give me the land at a discount, a significant discount?
I don't have the land, but you can discuss it with the owners of the land.
Okay. So, I asked this question because one of my students got a place like this free because we're going to solve the problem for the people. Okay, so the baller of the area gave them the land free because we're going to bring clean water, make it accessible, sort of the people going very far away to get clean water. Okay, so you can see that when you want to solve a problem, people are more willing to speak with you rather than when you want to just hustle and say, okay, okay, give me this land, I can bribe you and collect the land, I'll build something here, drive all these people away, nonsense, I won't take care of them. Okay? So what happened was that they got the land free of charge. They put taps there, and they're selling the water quite well so they can maintain the place clean. They're even piping water to some homes, and they're paying them for that service. So they're making money, but they are also improving the lives of people around there. So think about people who would die from this. These are contaminated fruits and vegetables being washed here. So who is that entrepreneur who will go around thinking of how they can solve problems that we see around us commonly? Okay, next slide, please. This is an exercise for us to see. So Jack Ma says to us, if you want to remain small, solve small problems. If you want to be big, solve big problems. Okay? Why is Dangote rich? Because he's solving big problems. He's solving problems that affect almost everybody. Okay? If only 10 people want my product here, I will only have 10 people's money. But if all of you want my products, I will have all of you's money. Okay? So what they're saying here is, what they're advising here is look for problems affecting many people and see how you can solve it. Dr. Cosmo Aduka used to say that if I can get 100 naira from 1 million people every day, I'm a rich man. Okay, so what can you offer that most people need? That's a good way to go into entrepreneurship. Next slide, please. Right. Okay, so our reality today is that we have a population size of 229 million. 70% of us are under 30 years old. Like the MC said, 60% are under the age of 15. So the majority of the population is young and there's high unemployment. Now, even for those who have employment, there's no job security. We've seen about 5 or 6 multinationals leave Nigeria in the last 10 months. I don't see it as a problem that they leave Nigeria because, as far as I'm concerned, local businesses or local indigenous companies will take over. But it represents a problem in terms of those who are employed in these organizations. Many people here have only been programmed for paid employment. And right now they have money in their hands, but they don't know what to do with it. Okay? So if they understood that every problem is an opportunity to solve it, to make money, they would begin to do something, whether it's deliveries. Okay? If you go to Benue at a time like this or any of the hinterlands, you see a lot of things getting rotten. One of my students from Benue said to me, they sell a whole bag of oranges or a whole sack of mangoes for 300 naira. My eyes popped because in Lagos, one mango is 300 naira. In fact, you cannot even, you get, how many mangoes you get? You get like 5 or 6 for 1,000 naira or so, you know? So how you can sell a whole bag for 300 naira beats me. But by the time it gets to Lagos and they've paid transportation and the lot has gotten spoiled, so there's opportunities in transportation. The people who are making solar panels to substitute conventional power from the rig, all kinds of things. Okay, so let's put our thinking hats on and begin to see how we can make money from making a difference. Next slide, please. Right. So let's quickly go to solutions, okay, and I'll end with that. So, how do we solve this problem as individuals and as academia, okay, in our schools? So, next slide, please. Next slide. Right. So, to solve a problem, first understand the problem so and it's half solved. The challenge with academia currently, as it stands, is that it's preparing people for employment. Okay, you go to school, get one degree after the other, and the best you can do is I beg to apply, which doesn't make sense. Okay. On top of that, as we said before, jobs are not there. There are not enough jobs for the number of students coming out every year. Okay. This is not the way to train people. People should be trained to be able to survive in a job or in entrepreneurship as job creators or solution providers. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. Right. So what we're seeing today, we have a lot of job-seeking graduates, people who are, they're whole and entire, their bodies are healthy. They have their certificates, but they have no jobs and they're frustrated. Or worse still, they're working for amounts like 25,000 naira a month or 50,000 naira a month. On the other hand, wealthy entrepreneurs, some who are sometimes barely educated, There's a problem here. How do we educate people into frustration while people who go into apprenticeship are making money? We need to bridge that gap. Okay, next slide, please, to see how we can bridge the gap. Okay, so the truth is, and those people who are not skilled, guess what? They contribute 50% to the national GDP. They employ over 84% of our population, and they account for 96% of businesses in Nigeria. Imagine if they were better trained. So what we're seeing here, next slide, please, is that we need to change the curriculum. We need to review the curriculum to emphasize job creation over job seeking. Okay, probably also incorporate apprenticeship into curriculum. Okay, let there be a time when people can go and stay with people who are in business and learn how they're doing it. Okay, spend some time there because that's really how our forefathers developed people. In fact, in pre-colonial times, there was no, from a young age, you learn from your parents a trade or a skill with which you became an expert, and you could marry at the age of 18 because you could care for your family, because you were already selling that skill or that trade that you had. Okay, so apprenticeship provides opportunities for capacity building. It also helps to create, transmit the skills successfully. Today, we have people who are taught to write business plans. They go into business and 90% of them fail, which means that out of every 10 that go into entrepreneurship, 9 fail. The way to go into business is not by writing a business plan. Okay, I'm in academia. I was taught that, but I've come to realize that you write your business plan when you want to scale, not when you want to start. Okay, it's a business growth plan. Okay, you start small, feasibility studies. Okay, but more importantly, by learning when that is possible from someone. Okay, it also allows for financial inclusion. If people are, some people are already master entrepreneurs and people are learning from them, okay, those ones who are learning from them will eventually, in 2 or 3 or 4 years' time, also start their own businesses successfully. And so it allows for financial inclusion, okay, and provides effective mentoring and coaching. Many of these things that we teach today, our forefathers were already doing them in the past. So you don't need to go to Harvard or Lagos Business School to learn this. You can actually learn this by deciding where you want to, what area of business you're interested in, and see how you can begin to learn from those who are already in those industries. So you don't make the same, you don't reinvent the wheel or make mistakes that you don't need to, you can avoid easily if you are being mentored. Okay. So my final slide, please. Next slide, please. Right. So just to end, I'll just say, look, we need to have a mind reset. Okay. We need to infuse values to become transformative leaders, because that's another thing people have to think about. If you're not thinking in line of making society better, you're not likely going to be a good entrepreneur, because entrepreneurs are people who are concerned about society and are concerned about solving the problems that they see. We need to empower people to understand the principles of business. Okay, the Jews who are the richest in the world will tell you that you can't make an honest and sustainable, you can't create a sustainable wealth without doing good. Okay, doing good is not for churches or NGOs. Okay, doing good is good business. If you're doing the right thing, people will trust you, they will patronize your goods, and you will make more money. And finally, be impact driven. Okay, train people to learn to make money from making a difference by being problem solvers. Okay, so I'll just leave you with these few points, and I hope that, especially for the children, I hope I haven't spoken too highly for you to understand. Okay, but the key point here is that you can make money from making a difference. Thank you.
Amazing. Did you learn a lot from that presentation? Thank you so much, Dr. Henrietta. Thank you. Thank you. Please, can we make the applause a bit louder? And let's sustain it. Let's keep clapping until she takes her seat. Amazing presentation, Dr. Henrietta Owebuzie from the Lagos Business School. I'm sure a number of entrepreneurs in Nigeria, seasoned entrepreneurs, have passed through her tutelage. And so we're really privileged to have her speak to us, and that very strong masterclass. Did you learn something, children? Did you learn something? Are you sure? It was so brilliant to be able to get immediate feedback when she asked questions, and you were able to, in fact, some of you are already problem solving and giving solutions. So I'm hoping that the honorable, the representative, and those and the representative of the Commissioner for Education is also watching, so that you know that the future is here. Lagos State is solid, no shaking. Thank you so much. I learned as well, and so thank you for the free masterclass. Maybe I'll sign up at the LPS. Thank you, absolutely wonderful. Are you having a good time so far? Okay, you don't sound like it. Are you having a good time so far? Fantastic. She said something that I think the children already spoke about, which is making entrepreneurship a part of the curriculum, making it a part of what we learn so that we don't have frustrated graduates. Instead, we have problem solvers.
Because it's very important that, like what you said, that is very true. A lot of people graduate from school and then realize that they just wasted 6 years of their life because they graduated not knowing what to do. Which is why when I wanted to do youth service, I was not a fan of youth service. At that time, there was one new law that was saying they wanted to scrap youth service. I said they should scrap it. My friends were saying why, and I gave them a reason. I said, why? I studied mechanical engineering. They posted me to, I served in Anambra State. They posted me to it was a secondary school, Aguloka Secondary School. Aguloka Community Secondary School. First term, I taught JS1, maths. By the time I finished my youth service, I've taught JS1, JS2, JS3 to SS3 maths. One of my friends that studied business administration, they posted this guy to the supermarket. Yes. When he got there, he was pleading with the owner of the store to deny him. The man said, I requested for you. And the man told him that his money has been missing. So he wants a graduate. The guy said, I don't understand. So I studied 6 years to help you count how much you are selling from sardine. So my friends now say, what is my solution? I said, my solution is simple. You keep Nigerian graduates in NYC camp for 3 weeks and post them to different places. Some states in the West, they post people to farms. You remember, Osun State, they post people to farm. So somebody that studied medicine, you are digging, planting yam. So my solution was this. Instead of keeping people in camp for 3 weeks, keep them in camp for 6 weeks and they were shouting, I said, no, listen, keep them in camp for 6 weeks and bring entrepreneurs like people like Engineer Onachuku, our guy from Slot, all these top men, Mr. Ezigbo, train the youth corps members in that 6 weeks on entrepreneurship skills. Then that money you were supposed to pay them as allowance for the year, gather it once and give each Nigerian graduate 500K or 1 million from youth service. Nigeria have settled you.
Fantastic.
If you use that money to go and do sport betting, you cannot say Nigeria did not help you. Is that not better than keeping people's children 1 year? Is it not better? So, like she said, we have a lot of frustrated graduates. So imagine somebody that went through school 6 years, not knowing what to do. Imagine in that camp, you now meet real people who have done business, training you for 6 weeks. You will find something to do with, and you know that after this season, 1 million is coming that you can start business with or start something with. It's better that way. So, which is why this event, I'm really very happy that we are getting them young to put in their mind that to make money, you have to sell something. It does not fall from tree. Bill Gates' daughter just graduated. The man is a rich man. The daughter went to school. She will do business. So please, once again, a round of applause for the organizers of this event. Thank you very much for this great initiative.
Really great. And I totally agree with you. I think we should adopt that policy going forward in place of NYSC. All in favor, say aye.
Aye. I will aye again.
All right. Okay. So very quickly, we're going into something really important. It's also a key part of what we're doing today. We're listening to both the adults and the children in the room. And very, like we've already seen that you can catch them young, and we will hear bright ideas from our young entrepreneurs. I love the way Dr. Henrietta put it, kidpreneurs, during her presentation. We have some kidpreneurs here with us in the hall. And in the next few minutes, we're going to be having a little panel conversation with them. The idea is, as we mentioned, everybody who comes on stage today leaves an impactful session with you. So you either learn by example, just by watching and seeing that, oh, okay, if this person can do it, then I can do it too. And you also learn by what you're being taught, like the presentation and the class, I would put it that way, that Dr. Henrietta has just taken us through. So a rich day of learning, courtesy BMI. Now, don't forget our chant, but I think I'm going to upgrade it. So rather than saying BMI for next generation impact, let's say them young for next generation impact. Is that okay? So when I say catch them young, you say catch them young for next generation impact. You wake up and you will be thinking about it in the middle of the night. Catch them young, next generation impact, catch them young. That's the whole idea. But courtesy BMI. All right, I'm going to introduce our panelists. We actually have a video introduction for them. Young people who are doing amazing things. Talk about catching them young. Can we please play the video introduction, please?
Fiyinfoluwa Ashenuga is a talented and socially conscious 10-year-old actor, author, and speaker who began his professional journey at age 7. He excels academically, particularly in science, geography, chess, and mental math, and is dedicated to using his talents to make a positive impact. Through his social enterprise, Fiyin Creative Solutions, Fiyin promotes fun, creativity, and education on social issues, aligning with SDGs 3 and 4. He has featured in various movies, advertisements, and hosted shows, and has published a storybook, Madisa and the Runaway Cat, which teaches valuable life lessons. Fiyin's pet project, Read and Act with Fiyin, has enabled him to organize read aloud and short playlet events for underprivileged children, donating over 200 books and educational materials to date. He has received awards and nominations for his creativity and acting talent, showcasing his potential as a rising star in the entertainment industry. Ladies and gentlemen, Fiyinfoluwa Ashenuga.
Let's make
Kosi
welcome
Oburuche is a
Fiyinfoluwa
14-year-old
Ashenuga.
Nigerian talent, making...
Please let's make him feel very welcome as he comes on stage. Fiyinfoluwa Ashenuga. Thank you. Our next panelist, please.
Waves in the Kosi Oburuche is a 14-year-old Nigerian talent making waves in the entertainment industry as an actor, sports analyst, speaker, voiceover artist. He began acting at age 7 with a standout performance in the Netflix movie Strain, and has since featured in notable films like Amazon Prime, showcasing his emotional depth and maturity. Kosi is a multi-talented individual, excelling as a football analyst, hosting his show Football Analysis with Kosi Oburuche, and selected for the African Cup of Nations in Côte d'Ivoire. He is also a gifted visual artist and multi-instrumentalist driven to innovate and grow his entrepreneurial ventures. With his diverse talent and passion for impact, Kosi is a rising star in Nigeria's entertainment and entrepreneurial sectors. Ladies and gentlemen, Kosi Oburuche.
Let's make welcome Kosi Oburuche.
We are the nation, we are part of
Please
this.
let's clap for these young stars.
We are so amazing. That's the least we
Thank you so much. Our next young panelist, please.
Maxwell Muna Chimso and Yanwu are Max Codelings. Is a 14-year-old student of Early Spring College, Lagos. He is an IT consultant who specializes in artificial intelligence. He is a coding instructor, content creator, an animatist, UI UX designer, full stack developer, game developer, and a solutions architect. He earned his first salary as a coder at age of 10. He teaches coding to children and teens both in school, virtual, and on-site. Maxwell is a public speaker. He was 2 times delegate of United Nations Virtual Conference representing Netherlands and Eritrea respectively, advocating for putting an end to child marriage and teen pregnancy. He has been a guest to giftedkids.com and many more. He is also a member of Young Designers Thinkers Squad. Recently, he received an award as Kidpreneur Ambassador of the Year from a noble organization called Kidpreneur Africa. He was a speaker at the Africa Kidpreneur Summit, held in Nairobi, Kenya, where he also given an award for his significant impact and unwavering dedication as a kid in Nigeria. His hobbies are playing football, dancing, building eye models, and games.
Let's make welcome Maxwell. I encourage you to pose for selfies with them at the end. These are stars. Thank you so much. Our next speaker, please.
Pamilari Ayodiji, fondly called Pammy, is a talented and accomplished young artist, excelling as an actress, speaker, and author. She made history by publishing a book at just 10 years old and has since become one of the leading young talents in acting, receiving numerous awards for her performances. Pamilari has had a remarkable career featuring in over 20 films, including Nollywood blockbusters like Gangs of Lagos, Sunday Affairs, and Mikolo. She led an ensemble cast in Nigeria's first live-action film and played the lead character in the short film that won Nollywood its first award at the British Academy of Film and Television Arts in 2022. Her collaborative campaign with Tommy Hilfiger and Pata showcases her versatility and talent, making her a rising star in the entertainment industry. Ladies and gentlemen, Pamilari Ayodiji.
Let's make welcome Pamilari Ayodeji.
We are the dream. We are the nation. We are part of this. Yes, we are so amazing.
Our next panelist, please.
Sapphire Ekeng is a talented and versatile Nigerian actress, social media influencer, and teen entrepreneur. She began her acting career at age 7 and has since gained recognition in Nollywood for her roles in movies like Strain on Netflix and The Boy Who Never Falls on Amazon. Sapphire is a multi-award-winning actress, winning titles like Queen of Emerald Pageant, Ambassador for Anti-Child Abuse, and Young and Promising Star Kid of the Year. She has also been recognized as Kid Actor of the Year by Uncut Extra magazine. With over 130,000 followers on Instagram, Sapphire is a social media influencer and entrepreneur running a skincare business, Sapphire Skincare, showcasing a passion for beauty and personal care. Her multifaceted career makes her a notable young figure in Nigeria's entertainment and entrepreneurial sectors. Ladies and gentlemen, Sapphire Ekeng.
Let's make welcome Sapphire. And finally, our panelists for this session.
Toluwanimi Olauye is a 14-year-old Nigerian boy with a natural talent for entertainment. He is a multifaceted artist, excelling as a student, teen actor, field reporter, and voiceover actor. With a career spanning over a decade, Toluwanimi has featured in numerous movies and TV series, including King of Boys 2, Disney's Kizazi Moto, and National Geographic Channel Africa as a field reporter. Toluwanimi is a driven and ambitious individual with a passion for rapping, writing, reading, and music. He is a Kidpreneur ambassador and has received an award for his entrepreneurial spirit. His mantra, no pain, no gain, motivates him to push through challenges and strive for success. With his talent, dedication, and innovative spirit, Toluwanimi is a rising star in the entertainment industry, inspiring young people to pursue their dreams and passions. Ladies and gentlemen, Toluwanimi Olauye.
All right, let's make welcome Toluwanimi Olawi. Can I please get a chair on stage so I can sit with the panelists? I have the distinct honor and pleasure of moderating this particular panel. The focus is on them, so I'm just going to sit. So just right here, please. You can move this. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, so they can see me. Just move it. Yeah, brilliant. Thank you. All right, I think we're good. No. Yeah, thank you. Please, can we celebrate our gentlemen? Thank you. All right, so we're going to go straight into it. We have just a few. All right, so thank you. We have just a few minutes to get. I'm so delighted and honored to see. Can we please celebrate them and give them a round of applause? Amazing bios, each of you, and I think I'll just start with you, Sapphire. Right? They say ladies first, isn't it? Well, we're looking at everybody, is that lady or gentleman, equity. Okay, so I'll just go to you first, Sophia. And the first thing I'd ask you is, how did you, I know you have Sophia Skincare as well. So beyond the accolades on TV and the other things that you do, you also have a skincare brand. How did you come up with that idea?
Okay, so the idea actually came to me during the year of COVID, which was 2020. And for me, I would say COVID either broke you or made you. And it made me because I normally do acting. So I wasn't called for acting jobs during that period because of the lockdown, and I was thinking of another way to make money. So first off, I thought of pillows because I love pillows; they're comfortable. And when I told my mom about it, we did a few market surveys, and we saw that it wasn't going to be so successful. Then I remember that I always receive compliments for my skin, saying it looks healthy, it's glowing. And I said, okay, why not invest in that and make it a business? So I launched it on my 13th birthday, and ever since then, it's been amazing.
Amazing. How old are you now?
I'm 14.
You're 14. So 1 year in business. Please, can we celebrate Sophia? Thank you so much for sharing. And I let me pay you that compliment. Your skin is skinning. Like they would say. All right. Okay, so let me come to Kosi now. I'll move on to the almost end of the other parts of the hall. Kosi, good to see you, and so good to hear the great things. I watched your football commentary when you were at AFCON. So Kosi was giving us updates at AFCON, and I was just blown away. Well done, excellent work. So I know you also, I mean, in terms of strategizing or thinking of how, because you sell yourself, even in that way, you provide entertainment value. You know, people watch you and you are able to keep up to date. You saw that gap in there. So the first thing, what I'd like to ask you first is this. How do you manage? So I know you're in school, and some parents here might be worried that, okay, I hear we want our children to be kidpreneurs, but we also don't want them to be affected by, affected in their education in school. I want to assume you're still in school. What school do you attend?
Chrisland.
Chrisland, okay. And you're a full-time student?
Yeah.
Not part-time? All right, so how do you balance, thinking of ideas to create content? I see you're a content creator as well. And then traveling for AFCON, acting, so many things under your belt and still being in school.
Well, time management. Time management.
All right, so can you please exchange your mic? Thank you. So I hope somebody in the audience is thinking of an idea from this microphone challenge. Remember, problem solving. Aha. All right, let's go. Thank you.
Time management and discipline. I think it's important for any kid reading or thinking of ideas. And I really think I manage my time well. For example, like you said, I'm a football analyst. So I'm writing a test. I'm writing a test right now. And in the night, I'm supposed to be reading.
Okay.
But there's a match going on. So I record the match. So after reading, I can play it later and watch it and analyze it. And I think that has really worked for me, and I think I'm doing really well.
Well done. Did you want to say something else? Excellent. Time management. And honestly, as an entrepreneur, you must be able to manage your time because things will be thrown at you here and there. So for the children in the audience,